When I first got here, it was a hot meal, it was a bed. You know, I felt at home my first night, and I didn't know anyone, but I felt comfortable and I knew that I was safe.
I came here to better myself for me and my son.
I've been here actually a couple of times, but they always welcome me back with open arms.
You just don't think that a 19-year-old could be homeless, or a 20. They are. And not only are they homeless, and then they're taken advantage of. And that's the tragedy. And, you know, so it makes me a little emotional.
You spend one night out like this with us, you will forever be changed. And I just can't thank the youth here and Covenant House enough for allowing us to do that.
Covenant House is much more than a shelter. We are a sanctuary for youth who find themselves homeless for several different reasons.
Runaway teens, homeless youth, trafficked individuals, individuals who need support. We're here to try to offer them some sort of opportunity to become independent.
We provide the full array of services to not only get a young person off the streets, but to keep them off the streets for the long haul.
We have a crisis center where we try to evaluate what their needs are. Immediacy is one thing that we give them. That means that a hot shower, we try to give them clothing. So all those things are part of the immediacy that we provide for them.
We have a 24-hour open door policy.
Each youth that enters our door has an assigned social worker that works with them, and they identify if they need to finish school, if they need vocational training, if they're ready to go to college. Once we identify what their track is, we'll provide them the resources to obtain their goals.
We have many different programs from GED, job readiness, helping them build resumes. They can go pursue IDs and different records. We also will provide mental health help for them and self-care, all of that. We have an outreach program that goes out and finds homeless youth literally on the streets.
We go out into the community and we basically try to touch youth there. And so basically we're not trying to bring them in, but we're trying to just let them know that we are an option for them.
We found that when we take youth with us, they can actually talk to some of their peers to get them to kind of come and to come in.
They come in for 30 days for our crisis shelter, and if they're working on their case plans, then they're invited to stay with our 2-year independent living program. Most of our youth stay with us for about 6 to 9 months, and during that time in our independent living programs, they save money, and then they're able to go out and get their own apartment.
The Covenant House is not what it seems. From the outside, the first thing you think, oh, it's a homeless shelter, you know, they serve homeless kids, and then they have a certain amount of time to be there. But it's not really that. It's really more to it. You know, the Covenant House is a home.
They help you feel comfortable, and they make sure that you don't feel any harm or scared or anything like you're alone in any type of way.
They are helping me obtain the last part of my GED, which is the mathematics. They help me job search, which I recently just found a nice job that pays really good. They help me establish who I am as a person. They just help me be a better me.
Food, shelter, support, and love.
We have funding through special events like our sleep outs.
This is one of our big events where we have corporate execs come out, and basically they are sponsored to sleep out, so our youth won't have to sleep out.
It's a fundraiser with a twist, but it's a fundraiser. And it's about getting people to give money and, you know, get involved. Yeah, that's all true. But sleeping out is extraordinary.
In my last experience, I was laying awake thinking, I hear every sound that the city makes, and then I'm thinking, well, if I was out here on my own, would I really feel, how would I be feeling? I'd be scared to death to close my eyes.
The purpose is to raise awareness of the plight of homeless kids. In America, there are over 1 million homeless kids.
I've never done anything quite like this, and the cause is the real big deal for me.
This year, I think we have about 90 participants, and not just from cricket, but from other places. But I would love to see more people join the cricket team next year to be able to help raise more money for the kids.
Tommy, Narciso.
The night kicks off with a candlelight vigil, and that candlelight vigil is to commemorate the youth who have lost their lives to the streets. That could be youth who decided that they want to live on the streets, or it could be youth who actually lost their lives and are no longer with us.
Devin.
We have a big dinner. We all sit down and get to know each other, and then we start taking tours, and then we have roundtable discussions with the youth who sit down with a group of executives in Atlanta, and they share their story about how they've been homeless and what their lives are like now here at Covenant House.
Because within you is a light that shines so bright, the sun can even put up a good fight.
We have our Cove Cafe, and the Cove Cafe is where youth, they get to share their talent, whether it's through poems that they wrote, singing songs, playing instruments. And then we have a big group activity where we kind of just play and have fun to kind of lighten the mood a bit. And then after that, everybody returns to the field and they get their sleeping bag, they get a cardboard box, a lot more than some of our youth get when they're on the streets.
Gave me a different appreciation totally for life and for what it is that I have, and to do more.
This is one night for me, and I can't imagine doing this night after night after night.
I myself was homeless as a kid, and there wasn't places like this that was available, or maybe not enough. So where I was from, I didn't have this particular option available for me. So to be able to encourage more people to come out and help raise money so that they can continue to do the wonderful miracles that they are doing.
At the end of the day, we really are the same. There isn't any difference. And so sleeping outside last night and being reminded of what so many kids go to bed to, with a newspaper for their pillow and a newspaper for their blanket, was very humbling. And so it was a great experience, and I definitely intend to do this again and recommend my friends come and do it as well.
The meeting of the residents is really what's kind of sealed the deal. When you're putting faces with an experience, that sealed the deal for me, and again, changed my life.
What a big job we have to do to end homelessness for our youth and just end homelessness across the board.
The cool thing about Covenant House is, the reason we're called Covenant House is that we make a covenant with every single youth that walks through our door, that they belong to us forever.
That is our goal of each program, to help them become independent and have a level, a great level of sustainability.
Don't be scared. Like, it's okay to get help, and it means a lot if you do get help. You're not alone.
What does it mean to you that this exists? What would your life be like otherwise?
It means a lot. I would probably be dead.
I think that's the biggest thing that the Covenant House has done for me, is to help me figure out who I really am as a person, because before I got here, I really didn't have a clue.
Well, I just find it very inspirational, the resiliency that they show in the way that they go about their lives, even though they had a lot of trauma and trouble.
One of the things that people should know about the Covenant House is it's all about love here, unconditional love, unconditional love.
The one thing about Covenant House is we're always here to help, no matter what.